doing?
I believe Aaron did last time, so I guess I'll do the intro. Swivel this camera around. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Anarchy Online. It's been a while. I am your host, as usual, Mad Matt, and with us tonight, as also usual, is Aaron Romeo Moonberg.
Hello.
And Randy Runson McCulloch.
Bring back the McDonald's Szechuan sauce. I'm serious. I want the McNugget Szechuan sauce back.
I have no idea.
You need to see the third season opener to Rick and Morty.
I don't think.
I think I've heard of the reference, but I still have no idea what the sauce is all about.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. So we're gonna continue where we left off on the Shoal quest, because this is the quest that never ends.
Oh
It
my
just goes
God.
on and on, my friend.
Telling me, geez.
So at this point at the quest, we just learned about the gardens, which technically we already knew about, and now we have to run the fuck back to Dr. Darnell. So that's the spider fields again.
Yay.
Are we just gonna run it?
Yes.
Oh wait, you guys just disappeared in front of me while I was checking my thing.
Twilight Basin, hon, the one on the far right.
Okay.
Are you sure? I still have learned about the gardens. Okay, return to social. Okay, yeah, it does say return to Darnell. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked it up before we started.
Actually, hold the heck on. I still need to read Nano.
Yeah.
Fine. Everybody take some hit points.
Oh yeah, and actually I should probably cast my baton.
Cause yeah, it didn't help my mood any at all either. That when you suddenly messaged me was just after I died trying to do the tower daily.
Towers
Ooh.
are live.
Towers were live and they hated my face. I got like 2 towers in and then died.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had that issue happen when the towers are live. It's annoying.
Like, what makes
And
towers...
the fact that it used to be the timer on the towers was it's X amount of time from when you put the tower up.
Okay.
I think it would go live when you first put the towers up, and then it would be on like an 18-hour rotation.
Okay.
Well, Funcom decided that was stupid for whatever reason, and decided that all the tower fields in a zone would go live at more or less the same time. Which means that from like noon to 8, or from 4 to midnight, or something like that, all the tower fields in Mort are live. Which, of course, is usually when we're trying to do tower dailies.
Mm-hmm.
Do this one.
So, thank you for that little piece of wisdom, Funcom. Before, a orc putting up a tower could time placing the tower so that they were live while the majority of their guild was on. So that meant that you had the best chance of defending them. But now, if you're, in a country that logs in the early mornings or everything, yeah, might as well not have a field in Mort, because you're not going to be around to defend it when it goes live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, running. Outrun is on. I can do insight when I need to. I'm going to hug the center circle until we get to the other side.
And I'm making coffee.
I'm
making waffles.
Looks like somebody just went through here, because I noticed a couple of the bosses are missing.
But missing or kind of shoved off to the side. I remember that they used to be like way up on the crevice here. Well,
There's
that
a
one
couple.
is, but
Hey, Beefster, you gonna try to kill me? Good luck.
Beefy.
Hey, Heavy, you gonna try to kill me too? Yeah, good luck with that. Keep trying there. Keep
As
trying
he
there,
says, as he
Heavy.
walks through everything and nobody notices him, but as soon as I walk through, the spiders start
Oh
going.
no, I'm getting agged. The thing is, the ones that aren't agging me are agging you because they're gray to me and green to you.
Yeah, I keep
Hey,
seeing
Aaron, look
Matt getting
behind us.
smacked around. Wow, that's a lot of spiders. That's a lot of spidage.
Ow, ow, ow with that.
Ooh.
Yeah, putting on inside right now. Need some extra heals. I'm
Okay,
gonna make it, but just barely.
Ran, you might... do you have heals on, Matt?
I have all the heals on that I do have on.
Randy, heal Matt! Yay!
Thank you.
Ow, 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 ooh, itches, 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 itches.
Don't talk about itchy, I just got done, like, trying to scratch the crap out of my back. Ah.
Ow. Do you
Okay.
realize how much that stings?
Ah. Now I'm all itchy, thank you. Thank you. Sitting here.
Well, gee, it's so nice to see you're so susceptible to the power of suggestion.
Now sit here in my little orange ball that Matt might be casting on me. I don't know, I never figured out what it was.
That glowing red sparkly thing?
The glowing orange ball that surrounds me like a deflection shield.
Yeah, that's something Matt casts. Alright, so here we go. Darnell.
Alright, let me take a drink of water here.
Take a drink of water, and then you can read.
Welcome back, how are you doing? I visited one of the gardens as you told me. You did? Good, I hope you learned something then. I don't think they like that I'm digging up stuff from the past. At least they don't want to see any of their knowledge, or share any of their knowledge with me. It's a common problem for us researchers, that when the locals refuse to give us access to their knowledge, we will spend a lot of resources getting hold of information by other means. Take their rituals, for example. They openly refuse to say or show us anything, but the Udos say they are positive that some of the older rituals of the Zan are still practiced. I would like to know more about their rituals.
Oh no.
Our research so far suggests that they didn't have many different rituals, and we believe that most of their rituals were of religious character. We have also found jewelry like the bracer of the first pact that seems to have had the same function as the wedding rings back in the Holocene epoch. I've discussed this... Epoch. Epoch.
Epoch.
No, it's epoch. Epoch. We discussed this with one who is like the other. She showed me the pact adornments. Actually, the Udos claim that the Zan did have more rituals, but between you and me, I think they make a lot of it up to sound more interesting. They don't have any actual proof of this, and as I said, our extensive search has not given much support to this theory. Anything I can do to help? Dr. Hestia told me that they'd found some artifacts that might have been used in rituals, and she was going to look into it for me. But then they found the cave paintings, and now her team has no time to go back and have a proper look in the area. Perhaps you can go and find out for me, can you? Of course I can. Yay, level 137. That's very sweet of you. Dr. Hestia will give you the details regarding where to find the artifact. Oh god, we thought the hobbits were bad.
Yeah, Darnell and Hestia just seems to send us back and forth.
Yeah. Yay, upping my abilities.
Yeah, my main stuff seems to be still maxed, so...
I want to at least up my abilities. I'll worry about the other stuff later, I think.
So now it's find Dr. Hestia.
Not sure what I was doing with nanos. I'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
What?
What?
Fell through a gap.
Oh.
Fall in the hole?
He fell in the hole. He fell off the
Try-
world.
He fell in the pit. Try sitting and trying the stuck command. See if it'll get you back up there.
Slowly unstick
Expect
your way up to the
resolution
top.
within 30 seconds. By the
think
way,
I
I'm
know where
seeing
my
the fog
back
down
is
here,
itchy.
and like half of me is gone.
Oh, yeah. I think I know why my back was itchy. I was leaning up against some Velcro on my coat. Itchy back is itchy.
And they just teleport me to the same spot.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only
Mhm.
do stuck every so often.
Yep.
I'm
And then I'm
afraid
stuck down here.
you're gonna have to self-terminate.
Or you can teleport him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can.
So
No, I
I'll wait
can't.
here.
No, I can't,
Why?
because I cannot teleport within the Shadowlands.
Oh, damn.
You must not be in the Shadowlands in order to use them.
Anyone else who can teleport?
Nobody in our profession class.
Hmm.
Engineers and metaphysicists can if they have the proper nanos, but
You don't have an engineer or a metaphysicist with the proper nano?
oh, I have one, but let's see if I can. It's gonna be a
Matt,
pain
before
in the-
Matt terminates.
Already
he's-
terminating.
Yeah.
Okay. Trust me, that's actually going to be faster.
Okie dokie.
Because I would
Um,
have to log out 60 seconds, log in Thal, get Thal up here, run Thal around the spiders.
Mhm.
This, by the way, this even more than the bullshit runaround quests is what really kills it.
Oh, and that's right, I couldn't anyway because I'd need to anchor Matt anyway.
Oh.
Really kills it. Funcom.
Well, good news is that the game is in maintenance mode.
That
That's
was
not
that
good news.
And I still think that it's not maintenance mode. It's backburnered, but not maintenance.
Alright, well, while we're waiting for this, Rand, did you want to go over,
I'm in the garden now.
Okay. Run past...
Unredeemed?
Unredeemed.
Okay, we'll wait for you to get out of Res Shock then. So yes, while we're waiting, I did have something I wanted to get off my chest, and that is Funcom's recent decision on what they're doing with the Secret World. Earlier, I think a few streams ago, we talked about how we were a little bit excited because we'd heard the news from the quarter financial report that the Secret World was going to have a rebranding. Rebranding / relaunch. Which to me sounded like what they did when they went from Age of Conan to Age of Conan Unchained. They changed the title and did a whole promo thing. That's not the case on what they're doing. What they've decided to do is rebuild the Secret World as a different type of game. Instead of keeping the Secret World the way it is now, they are going to make a new game, probably based off the Unreal Engine, because that's apparently what Funcom is using these days, adding a reticle and making it a third-person shooter-style game. And they're doing this by basically putting the original Secret World into maintenance mode, releasing this new one, transferring name titles over, but not levels, not anything that you've paid for in the store, and basically making everybody start over again from scratch. This is a stupid decision by Funcom. Because while it's a gutsy move, but I think it's stupid gutsy, not smart gutsy. And the reason this is the fact that they are basically going to piss off and alienate all of their dedicated Secret World players. the people that like the Secret World the way it is, that play it the way it is, many of them are going to be pissed off and not come back. I honestly think that it might be a sign that Funcom is trying to edge away from the MMORPG, as they have not had much luck with the MMORPG since basically Anarchy Online.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Although
then,
Age of Conan in its first few months was also pretty successful, but ever since they fucked it up, not so much.
mm-hmm.
And the problem's not with the MMO market. It's the problem is with Funcom's way of doing business. And that is, abandon your previous game, throw all of your development time and money into the new game, and when that's done, move on to the next game without fixing anything on game A or game B. And that's the way Funcom has did business pretty much since AO was launched. And I say this because they even kind of did it with AO to AO. And that was the fact that they started out with Anarchy Online, and they were highly developing Anarchy Online, adding new stuff, adding this, giving us promises like, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix that. Oh, don't worry, the way the missions works are temporary, we're going to fix that down the line. Oh, don't worry, the way the grid looks is temporary, we're going to fix that later. And then the Shadowlands was announced, and all development on Ruby-Ka stopped, as all of their development time and effort was moved to the Shadowlands. And that didn't entirely stop them with AI was kind of more of a proper expansion. They were still doing Shadowlands stuff. They were still doing this, that, and the other thing. But after they went to work on Age of Conan, development on AO dropped to a bare minimum. They still had a token staff that was decent and were doing some work. Mind you, that staff was the one that got ambitious and announced the new engine back in 2006. And then after Age of Conan launched, they changed it, screwed it up, and then promptly abandoned it to go work on the Secret World. And they left AO to have even less of a staff than they had before. They left a bare-bones staff on Age of Conan, and everybody, all of their time and effort was spent on the Secret World. And when the Secret World launched and didn't do so well because it was a horrible launch, everyone then gathered, they then went to the whole Legos thing and did the exact same thing over and over and over again.
The Legos thing didn't take off. After only a year, they literally completely got it closed because I think the Lego company just didn't care.
Well,
The
yeah.
definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And Funcom has been doing the same thing for about 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
It's only within the last year that they got wise and said, hey, maybe we should develop some other first-person games on the side. Well, now that their first-person games are bringing the money, point of order, Conan Exiles, they're like, yeah, maybe this is the way to go. So they went back to their way of doing stuff before, which is abandon everything else and focus on the new hotness.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a slow burn that kind of started with the park, and then that was a slow but sure success. Hide and Shriek, I don't know if it's been as popular as the park.
It was
but there's
successful,
a lot more.
but
There was a lot more there that could actually keep people coming back, especially seasonally. It could keep coming back.
It at least got a return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's because they also just borrowed assets from the Secret World and cost them little to no money to actually make it.
The whole purpose of Hide and Shriek was to get their Conan Exiles dev team used to using the Unreal Engine. That was its entire purpose. And the fact that they were able to sell that for, like, what was it, 10, 15 bucks on Steam,
Mm-hmm.
and make a profit on it was just, icing on the cake to them. It was basically a seasonal, fun little game, and it made them some money and got them the experience they needed to start working hardcore on Conan Exiles.
I'm okay. Oh, sorry.
The thing is, what they're really doing is cashing in on a flash in the pan style of gaming that I think games like Neverwinter really started. Neverwinter, WildStar, all of those. And if you look, none of those are doing particularly well. WildStar is NC Soft's perennial loser, and we're expecting it to be Twilighted at any time because it's NC Soft and they do that shit. Neverwinter's doing okay.
Neverwinter's doing okay, but the number one thing that plagues is the fact that Endgame is bullshit paywall.
Yeah. They have a rabid fan
hard, they
base.
suddenly realize it and just give up.
They've got a pretty strong fan base. I'm not
But
quite
a lot
sure
of
the
that-
numbers.
A lot of that fan base comes from Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms tabletop gamers
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and old Neverwinter Nights players and that kind of thing.
A lot of them are young people like Sean McCook. Remember Sean? He was adamant that like Neverwinter was his favoriteest game to play.
Well, did he reach endgame? Because I certainly did, and I hated the paywall.
I don't know. You could also
Yeah,
add
we warned him about
ESO.
that. He was like, "Oh no."
Yeah. You could
Yeah,
also
So I'm
add.
very sure as soon as he hit that, he
Yeah,
probably-
because I enjoyed the hell out of it until I hit
Until
that
then.
wall.
All right, so guys, you could also add Elder Scrolls Online.
Does that have a targeting reticle
Yes.
system?
Yes.
Well, it's first person, yeah.
And third person. You can also zoom back to
I
third
believe,
person.
yeah, you can go third person, but most people tend to stay first person.
Yep, there's that. And I'm trying to think of the other one that I was thinking of. Well,
Oh,
you've got
Terra.
Blade and Soul. You've got Terra, Blade and Soul. Those
Terra
all
more
have
than
a
most
reticle.
of the other ones have the reticle thing, and Terra's actually probably one of the most popular action reticle MMOs.
I believe also Arcage has a reticle.
Yeah, that was a flash in the pan
action
that died
combat.
within a month.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Other than Terra, most of these are little flash in the pans. I mean, Blade and Soul was nice, and then it wasn't nice. WildStar was good until Endgame just completely, totally blew it, and Neverwinter was the same way. So, why is Funcom deciding to mimic this kind of flash in the pan gaming?
Well, keep in mind that the Secret World was supposed to have action combat. It was supposed to have a reticle that you would use to fight your enemies with. They were never supposed to go with the tab targeting system.
Yep, but they couldn't get it to work. Maybe that's part of the reason why, but that's no reason to abandon what they have.
I wonder if they're planning on making it like Guild Wars 1, where like all the cities and stuff, all the major hubs are not in. You can see all the other players. They're not instanced, but then as soon as you get out into the world, you're in your own instance with your team.
That's horrible.
One of the articles that we read is kind of more or less the way it sounds like it's going to be.
I mean, the other way that they could be doing things is like Hellgate London, which
That was
Matt and I
bland.
played for a little bit. I don't know if Matt remembers.
Oh yeah, I've seen the music video that I had footage from. That was okay.
It was
Wasn't
okay. Actually,
great.
it's the MMO that wouldn't die. They keep sunsetting it, and I think the final.
And someone else keeps picking it back up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and finally, I think the last Korean server shut down. I think last year, and who knows? They'll probably come back again.
Somebody will suddenly be angsting ennui, buy up the rights, and then bring it back again in some other way, of form, or fashion. And it's just like,
Oh.
it's a dead horse. Let's
Matt.
let it die.
Another one, All Points Bulletin,
Oh god, APB. APB still makes me twitch.
with the action. I believe that one had action combat as well.
It was more or less a third-person shooter.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a bad
speaking of
third-person shooter
third-person
if they would have
shooter-
hammered out the bugs and also hammered out all the hackers. But
You're also thinking of Defiance. Is another one that is another
Defiance
MMO
was
that
also a
set itself
third-person
up.
shooter, yeah.
Yep. A third-person shooter that set itself up as a MMO, with nothing really much to do other than little missions that reminded me a lot of what do you call it? Borderlands. Like
yeah, it was essentially an MMO Borderlands if they lost all of the unique characters of Borderlands. and the tongue-in-cheek humor, and went for gritty realism, which really didn't go in its favor, especially for how silly the bikes reacted to terrain. Because if you hit a bike with the right speed at the right time on a hill, you just go flying, and it's like, this is supposed to be a gritty sci-fi. I'm sorry, I'm missing a claptrap hanging off my shoulders, screaming "Yahoo!" as we're about to land.
That would have made Defiance a lot more fun.
A lot more tolerable.
Alright, so, are we almost... Matt, are you almost with us? I have no idea where you and Randy went.
Where are we supposed to go?
I'm sitting by the Roch statue, the Twilight.
The
one that we came in. Yes, because I was
All
going
right,
to go.
is that
to
the one that we dropped
Lane.
down off of the cliff here, or what?
Yes, that is.
So.
Oh wait. Oh, you guys are actually not in the garden yet.
No. I'm waiting outside the garden there because I was going to go to the Redeemed Garden because it's faster to get to.
So Twilight Basin.
Yeah.
Oop.
Alright, so
yeah.
let me see if I can find you guys. There you guys are. Woo! I knew you were going to be around here, so I don't know why I wasn't here. Alright.
Alright, so now.
Finally
camera.
getting going again. It's okay.
Yeah, we needed to rant a little bit there. It's
Yeah.
something that has raised many eyebrows, and we'll have to wait and see how it actually turns out when it gets here.
Well, and I also wanted to point out that it is pretty dark right now. I think it's supposed to be like nighttime, and so I don't blame Matt for accidentally falling down the hole.
Well, it was a dark hole, and the thing is that we were up on a big ledge where it was dark, and it was purposely colored dark. Like, almost like some asshole actually purposely put that there for someone who wasn't watching their feet like 100% of the time.
And it wouldn't have been so bad if you just zoned into Rubica, but.
Yeah, but then they had to make it so that this is a pit that didn't go anywhere, which is unusual even for Shadowlands. And it's another sign of them not finishing things, which again irks the ever-loving crud out of me.
Well, Guild Wars 1 is another one that I would love to play too.
I have the first two, but I'm not sure if I can get into them anymore because it's been so long. Because, you know, NCSoft haven't touched any of their games in a decade. Outside of Guild Wars 2. And even that one I haven't touched in the better part of a year.
We've actually touched a few of their games, Matt. You were playing Blade and Soul with us.
And you also attempted to play
I guess
Wildstar.
It wasn't developed by them, but yeah, I guess that was owned by them.
Oh my god, Bucky Bomb! The Bucky Bomb is slowly leaking out of the pantry. Damn it!
Yeah,
Cat.
and then the Blade and Soul, and that was the one that lasted how long? And yeah, you guys were trying to get me into that other game.
But that was when your graphics card died. Your last
yeah, and that's when my graphics card decided to take a puke. And from what I hear, I'm glad I missed it anyway.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't too bad. It was frustrating though. It was supposed to be a hardcore game.
I don't deal with frustration very well. I tend to get. I tend to just go. Why am I wasting my time here and just end it?
I threw my controller at Wildstar, and you know how I have the patience of a fucking saint.
If Erin is throwing her controller, dear freaking lord, no! I'd be done within about a week.
I mean, granted, most of my frustration stems from not the fact that the jumping puzzles were all that hard, it was the lag that made them, like, 10 times harder than they were.
So, in other words, the game itself was a laggy piece of junk and was putting challenges in front of you that you couldn't complete because it was being a laggy piece of junk.
It wasn't so much that it was deliberately laggy. It was the fact that they had more people on there than they had expected, and thus was more than their servers could handle.
That still doesn't solve the problem that they should have had a much more stable game at the time. And I would also
kind of launched like a Funcom game.
I also would add that this is not their first launch for that game either. That was their free launch, wasn't it? Or their freemium launch?
No, we were on the original.
No, we didn't pay a subscription for that.
No.
It was the free launch.
That was the premium launch.
That's why they had
Okay.
so many problems. Where'd you
Yeah,
go, Matt?
I kind of went around. We're getting to the doctor on the other side of this thing, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just heading under the incarnator.
Yeah, I'm heading around to the,
Oh, I see you. There you are.
the east of the incarnator.
Alright, I see ya.
Yeah, and she's over that way, so I just have to drop down here.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it could be kind of fun, but at the same time, I found it frustrating because of the lag and also the fact that you need to be able to swap out your powers at the drop of a hat, but there was no way for you to do that. You know how we wish
Oh,
Defiance?
so in other words, they wanted you to have different loadouts, but they didn't give
Mm-hmm.
you an easy way to switch your loadouts.
Yeah,
Which
kind of
means
like
that
with
you wanted to fight
Defiance.
by accident, and instead of being able to just switch things, they kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Kind of
grit your
like with
teeth and have to go
Defiance.
all over it again.
Yeah, where Defiance gives you several, or the choice of at least a few different loadouts, but you have to actually go into your inventory to change loadouts.
I thought there
It's
was
like
actually an easy way to change that. Either that, or I was just
they
really
could have
lucky
they
that I
could
had
have
one gun
altered
that
it.
solved everything for me. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
We're here now. Where's Randy?
I'm still coming.
Oh, look out!
I
Enemy
got
inbound.
I got tied up
Enemies
at
abound.
the incarnator. I kind of hit
Get
a
over
terrain
here, you
bug.
stupid bot. Wait, where's my bot? Did my
I
bot die?
don't know.
Aw,
I know I
Tin Man?
looted the body and nothing.
I'm coming in hot.
Where's Tin Man? There he is.
There he is.
And he's
He was
coming
trying
in
to pick a
hot.
fight.
He went and found a friend. That's where he was. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, he ran off and started picking up a fight, like a genius robot that he
Why?
is.
Why does he do that? I know he's on guard, but why is he running like a kilometer away to guard me from stuff? Especially when there's enemies like right in front of me.
Because your bot is mentally handicapped.
You ask these questions and then wonder why we call him Corky.
Your bus or your bot needs to go on the short bus with the safety helmet.
Preferably a Packers helmet.
Right. Hi again, how are you? Dr. Darnell told me to ask you about some ritual artifact you'd found. Yes, that's right. We found an artifact that we first believed was a Utos staff, but the Utos we talked to would not confirm this. And one even said that he believed it was an old Zahn artifact. I can tell you where to find it if you're interested. I would have showed you the location, but I'm terribly busy these days, with the cave and all. It's all very exciting. There are mostly anthropomorphic depictions where people are represented in motion. Although I have to admit their interpretation is rather difficult, so I think we might have to call for some experts. Please give me the location details and I'll find the artifact. Good, I've made some notes for you with the information that I have. It should be possible to upload the information to your map, too. Thank you.
Alright, so we've got another one of these missions. God, this is the third one.
Ancient rituals.
And guess what? We go back to the plunge. That's
Oh,
actually not
God.
too hard to do from here.
Yay!
We've just got to go back the way we came.
Mm-hmm.
And then go to the Mirador.
Yep, go to the Mirador.
I don't remember what you guys are talking about, so I'm just gonna follow Randy.
I just checked the map and went, oh yeah, Mirador. Yep, up there. Okay, gotcha.
Alright, I'm going to go through the incarnator here. Tag.
No tag backs.
Here, let me spawn some pocket bosses for you guys to deal with now.
Oh god, no! You bastard, you've betrayed us for the last time.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
You did that with too much feeling. It's more like this. Oh, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Ah.
Now I want to hear Deckard Cain say that.
That is one game that we could probably play. Diablo 3.
Don't have it.
Moo. Oh, what am I doing? I can make more coffee. More coffee. Oh god.
Yeah. You guys had the same rubber band too?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Just as I was making more coffee. Get up there, stupid tune.
Making coffee.
Hop, 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 up the side of the valley. And I've lost track of Randy.
You're not too far behind me.
Me.
Yeah, see? Not too far behind me. Keep heading north. There's a road up here. Follow the road.
All roads lead to Rand?
Nope, this road leads to Mirador.
Oh.
And the secret route to the plunge.
Oh, looks like we've got more Notomores going on. Victory to the
Really?
Omnis. The Omni organization Lifeguard attacked clan under... The clan
their base in
under
Andromeda.
attack. At their base in their attack. Is the clan name under attack, or is it just that
Yes.
they didn't want to... Okay.
Yeah. Wait a minute, did I go the right way?
I don't know. You're going all these weird directions.
Sure. You guys ran well past the teleporter we could have hit.
No, I was walking into Mirador. Because one can simply walk into Mirador.
Nah.
A bit.
What do you guys think of that new Shadow of Mordor sequel game coming out?
Looks like it'll be interesting.
It'll...
I think they missed the mark though of their name for it.
I wanna show it to Sarah and watch her like squirm in agony. Cause it's basically your character becomes the second Sauron. He makes another power.
He makes
makes
another ring of power,
ring of power.
and tries to start up a fight against Sauron as the battle for the ring has already begun again. Essentially.
Yeah.
But essentially what's happening is he's sort of becoming a backstory where the orcs were actually being led by another guy to go against Sauron from within enemy lines. Which would explain a few things maybe, but I can't guarantee that.
We can point this out to Sarah when we go to play Lord of the Rings online.
And watch her fidget.
Watch her go.
When are we going back to that? If
Oh
we're
god,
doing that
I
anytime
can't
soon.
get up here.
Yeah, I was having a little trouble myself.
There we go.
Up.
We are going to finish this quest line and the Yudo's quest line.
And get our sank key at the very least. Leave it with Shoal completed.
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
starting to
up here.
burn out a little on AO, so we've been discussing stopping at this point.
I mean, this is
For
one
at
of our
least a little while.
longer. This is one of our longer running stream.
And then
I
just do
just got
something.
experience for something.
Yeah, I killed a Arkarash.
There we go.
I see you. Whoa.
Don't fall off.
Whoa. Bad camera.
You were just on the edge of falling off there.
I know. Like I said, bad camera.
Oh.
Everything is attacking. Yay!
Map, get on my face, map. I can't even.
No, it wants your face. Can't wait for Vermintide on Monday. Assuming we'll be able to play it.
Should be able to play it, but hopefully my stream will actually work properly this time instead of sputtering at barely 10 frames a second.
Yeah, I realized that. It was kind of weird how your stream did that.
Yeah, it was working fine at a normal 30 for me, at the very least a normal 30, but then I looked at my stream and it's just like, oh god, this is choppy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to sadly like completely gut the graphics on that game, which at the very least hopefully will make it stable for streaming.
And didn't you just get a new graphics card?
I got the from after my graphics card died, I got a temporary one for a while that I sat on for about half a year to a year, and then I'm trying to remember how recently I got this graphics card. I want to say it's maybe half a year to a year old,
Yeah, it's not too
right in
old.
between. Well, I didn't exactly buy top of the line though either. I bought
Yeah.
whatever I could afford as long as it was better than what I used to have. If I want an actual decent graphics card in here, it's gonna have to have fans. It's gonna be loud as heck probably,
Yeah,
and
mine has a fan.
it's probably going to cost me probably somewhere upwards of probably $500, more than likely. Which is not money I come by on an easy regular basis.
I think more like 3, but
Still, I can barely manage 100.
Oh, that's right, he's a
if
boss.
I sit on it.
Crap.
yes, he has a proper name. It's Corpse.
But yeah, I do need a better graphics card at this point. It's becoming too much of a problem. The RAM has actually helped a bit with a lot of things, including streaming. Actually, streaming has been a huge improvement with the RAM, but there are still some other issues.
You need a graphics card with more RAM on the card.
And this card had twice as much RAM as the one that I originally had for this computer. So yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that games keep coming out with more and more new, more intense graphics.
It's sometimes hard to keep up. As I was saying, Oatmeal Packet just messaged in the chat. You guys let viewers join you in this kind of thing too? Vermintide and let's talk of Diablo 3. You're starting to get into games I actually played, LOL. Diablo 3 I haven't played.
Hip.
I keep hearing they kept getting better. Oh, that's right. This thing's an instance, isn't it?
Yep.
For Vermintide, it's too small of a group. Maybe if we only had like 2 or 3 players and we needed an extra, we would source people from the crowd that are watching. As for Anarchy Online, we've actually had several other people randomly join us whenever they happen to be on and would
Actually,
help us.
it was one of our viewers' almost insistence that we started this in the first place.
Yeah,
not that I've had issues with that because AO's been my home forever, but
technically Krister started off as just a viewer and then he kept insisting that we kept going, and so he actually became a regular part of things for a while until he got busy. Real life, it happens.
And now that Krister can't join us on a regular basis, we're kind of
we're floundering a little. I mean, I'm still going to probably hang around in my off time, but we're going to want to focus on something else for a while.
But at the same time, I'm not. It's not that I'm so much burning out on AO here, so much as I'm finding it difficult to find reasons to keep paying $15 a month for a game we're hardly touching.
And for Erin, it seems like when we stream, it's becoming more of a chore to her than anything else.
Oh, great. Both of these guys want to pick a fight. Fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. When I find what this is, I'll let you guys know. Unless you guys find it first. Either way, describe what the item is we've got to pick up. First one that finds it.
We're looking for what's supposed to be a staff thing, but we don't know what the actual physical object is going to look like. Yeah.
It is a little question mark cube.
Ah. So there's a question mark cube, as usual. So they didn't bother to put money into a staff object to be placed somewhere.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And as you might have surmised, I already found it. I'm taking my time in here killing some shit, so...
Got some stuff off my back.
I've been debuffed.
That's a chest. I'm not going to try that room just yet. Let's try and see what the other room is.
It's a door that will not open.
You have a lockpick?
Yeah, I should have one.
That just means you need to pick the lock.
Oh,
So
sweet! I
begging.
got quite a bit. Sorry.
So begging, that's what works, says oatmeal packet and smiley face. Discord or something like that? Yes, we do have a Discord. I guess the best way to get a hold of us is let us know what you're interested in, and we can maybe add you to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, we tend to play around on different games, and even when we're not streaming, we're sometimes doing other stuff, like our more recent time we spent on Conan Exiles, although that's been less and less recently, mostly because we're kind of waiting for it to have something new and shiny and interesting.
To have some guts to it, yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to log into that and make sure our base doesn't go away.
Yeah, I just happened to think of that too. I was actually thinking about trying to log in lately, but then I'm like, but then I got dailies I gotta do.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And I've got like 3 loads of laundry that need to get done today, and then I got get a recording done for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, let's see. What did I do? I got up at 8. We got dressed. We went down to my bank, put a check in my bank, went down to Jennings, found out that my truck wasn't done. I had it towed 2 days prior with a flat battery and a dead tire, and it turns out there were 2 of them.
Oof.
So, well, there was a dead tire and a don't bother driving it because it's pretty much going to die soon tire.
Outside, by the way.
What?
Outside.
I'm still searching.
Yeah, okay, I'm just killing shit in here, so.
A lot of my columns aren't sinking in.
Have you gone to the single Shadowlands columns?
Yep. So I've had to cast them twice in order for them to work, so.
Yeah, that's going to happen on occasion. Because the higher level creatures are going to wind up with higher levels of nano resist. So. Remember, if you have problems, charm some poor monster, drain his psychic, charm his ass, and send him into the fray, too.
And buff him quickly while you're sending him into the fray. Because I believe you can buff him into something bigger than what he was.
Only if it's a dramatically underleveled monster.
So let's see here.
Nothing to cut here at the moment. Omnipacket. I'm always interested in new people to chat with, play random stuff with, etc. Toss me a link if that's not one of those private discords, and I'd come hang out. Well, technically, Discord is always invite, as far as I'm aware. So we'd have to shoot you an invite code.
Discord has weird ways of doing it. I've recently joined a group based on a webcomic I read that you actually you clicked on a link and they auto sent you an invite for Discord, so that was kind of cool. I've kind of had to go into D&D because that particular channel is highly, highly, highly active, so
actually,
I'd be trying to play Fallout Shelter and I couldn't press the build button because the chats were going so fast and free.
I'm just trying to think of how to send him something without actually sending it, like, literally to the entirety of everyone that's watching the stream.
Woo!
Because all of a sudden I don't want, like, 10, 20 people suddenly popping and going hi. It's just like, oh gosh, all the Anarchy people.
Well, I successfully hypnotized one of the hypnagogics. God,
That'll work.
I still don't have anything. I still don't have anything, man.
What do you mean you don't have anything? Can't find...
Cannot find it.
Yeah, search room by room.
I did.
Check
I found almost all of the rooms. Except I found this really big room that didn't seem to have anything in it, so...
They'll check that one, and if there's nothing in there, there's nothing in there. Otherwise, keep checking all the little side rooms, too, because you never know. Sometimes they will bury it. It's not always just going to be one of the main rooms from the hall.
Okay, let me see here.
Because we've had a few with Ren where we had to dig deep, like almost the entire dungeon.
Yeah, I got really lucky finding mine. It was like in the second room I looked in.
Same here. It was like the second or third room I checked, and it actually had nobody in the room too. So I'm just like, oh, excellent. Yoink! Mine. Bye.
Oh, mine had guys in there, but I could grab the item before I got egged by the guys. So it was just like grab, turn around, debuff and shoot. And now I'm killing Malas. So ooh, Pearl.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Oatmeal Packet. The way I have to record Anarchy Online is I have to do it windowed, which still means I need to actually go in there and I have to show people everything unless I maybe like. Actually, I'll probably just bring up a placeholder image really quick. That should actually cover anything I'm going to do here.
Either that, or is your email private, Matt?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, have you publicly given out your email? That's
No, not really.
okay. Then never mind.
No. But technically my Gmail is my business mail.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gone to a placeholder image. So actually, what I'm going to do here really quick is I believe. I don't know. Okay, I don't have the chat open on the web browser, but I can open it really quick here, and I can actually send you a link because I think he's the only person in here right now. Oh, hi, Bob Ross. Dashboard. There we go. I can send. Normally, I can't really send things very well, but if I can get to the dashboard here, and I need to mute myself. There we go.
Come on.
Channel chat, all chat rooms.
Triad trying to kill me. Not going to let you kill me.
There we go.
Eat
Okay,
debuffs. Eat debuffs.
Found the Oatmeal Packet in the messages. Okay, so what I'm going to do, send him the Lounge Leads one. I assume, since this is usually where we do our MMO stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you can send them another expiring link, but just do it privately. I don't know if there's.
Shoot! I'm under attack. Hi.
God damn it.
Just about to send stuff and I'm under attack. Let me deal with this really quick. I'm sorry. This is it's like this combat is censored for graphic imagery.
God damn it.
Enjoy my
Oh
ugly
my
mug
god,
with
it's
my
the most epic combat
links.
ever! Man!
I'm really happy I'm recording it right now. Oh my god, you won't believe the crazy things we're doing right now. He's doing flips in the air.
Look at the bones!
The gore. Think of the children. Okay, we're done.
Oh my god, you
No.
emasculated it!
Okay, well, that's good. Let me see here.
Man.
Found it, Aaron?
No, I haven't found it yet. I have not found it yet at all. I'm sorry. And then I went through a bunch of combat because I charmed a pet, and that just made things drag out even more. So I think I'm just going to try to keep calming people. Follow, please. Stay out of it.
Yeah, around. Actually,
There.
if I'm gonna send him a link to Lounge Leads, I'd have to send it through you, Aaron.
Yes, I would have to send it because I'm the owner of the group.
Yeah, yeah. You'd have to copy and send me a link, and then I can send it to him.
Okay.
But
Hang on,
oh,
I
well,
found
that's-
the
that's-
room.
That's right.
I found the room that I last abandoned. I knew I was gonna have a hard time here. God damn it. Please calm. There we go. And you can calm too, just so you don't attack me. I'm pretty sure it's not in here though, because I don't see it anywhere. Well, actually, maybe it is. Ah, there we go. I knew it.
So he's in the last room. But look, ha ha ha.
There we go. Double click.
I don't know.
It's
I've
on my
looked in a lot of
foot,
rooms
so-
since I found it.
It's on my foot, so it better be the right one.
But you're not actively looking for it anymore, Rand. Therefore, that is moot and void. The fact that she found
It's
it in
a
the
moot
last room she
point?
was looking for it in.
No, it was actually a room that I had well, I didn't bypass it. I peeked inside, was like, oh, this is a gigantic room with nothing inside it, and then just
No,
went on to the
you
next
gotta
one.
look closer. Gotta check all them corners, especially the big rooms. 'Cause that's where they like to hide it when you least expect it. Behind a pillar.
Yeah, it
Or a
was. It
little
was basically
crevice.
behind a pillar.
Ha
That
ha.
took long enough. I got a
Alright,
question
sir.
mark on my foot.
Alright, have you picked it up?
Yeah.
Double clicked on it?
Yeah, she's got the item bug, which means it's on her foot.
Alright, so I'm
Okay.
out of the instance now.
Okay, I'm gonna head out then.
It says to give Zahn scepter to Dr. Hestia.
I assume I'm told worth the
There it
trouble,
is.
gain personality, winning smile, acceptable hygiene. Essentially, the oatmeal packet is saying they're totally worth the trouble.
Sweet.
So, yeah, as soon as you can, Aaron, send me that link and I can send it to Oatmeal on my chat.
Alright, so let me get the link. Sorry if this kind of makes
yeah,
my...
and just private message it to me, and I'm gonna switch over to my holder image again. Just once more, we don't want to just send this to everybody. We don't mind it sending to a few people who want to join us on actually doing stuff, but yeah, we don't just want to like public everything.
Alright, sending this to Matt.
Yeah.
See if that works.
Alright.
Alright. Making my way back to you.
And...
That is a never expiring link too, so...
Oh. Okay.
By the way, you can do that with Discord.
Boom.
Sweet. Oh, hey, Dren! Ed is watching. Hi, Dren! And Allenby.
Alright. So...
So yeah, he'll be aware of why we have an extra person in the chat all of a sudden.
Okay. So we've gotten the scepter.
Yep.
Now we've got to take it back to Hestia, which means we got to go back around here.
Tempted to just jump off, sir.
That might be extraordinarily bad. Not
Sweet.
not like time stopping instantaneously and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light bad, but I think that'll take you to the...
It can't be any worse than being trapped in the null void bad and having to kill yourself in order to get out.
Oh, please.
Ed friend.
If you had to deduct for every single time I've had to commit seppuku to get out of a location in a game... I mean, I had to do that a few times in City of, too, so...
Never had that issue there.
I occasionally have that issue. Sweet.
I would be in a mission and I'd get caught between a pipe and the wall in a mission. It's like, I can't get out.
Ed's threatening to chat bomb us.
Oh. Mean that we get to officially label him as a disembodied voice at the end of the stream.
Yay!
Healing for everybody except for you, robot.
No!
Get pulse.
Tin Man! Why?
Tin Man is level 200. He can deal with it.
Nice, thanks. Now that I have wormed my way into your hearts, I can give
Ankh is
up on
on.
the acceptable hygiene.
Hi, Ankh! Ankh is also on the Discord chat. Saying hi.
Kill, kill, shoot, shoot.
We should probably ask Ankh what her opinion is of the whole Secret World thing.
If she has an opinion on it. I know she likes the Secret World enough.
Yeah,
that
well, that's
she helped us out with it.
that's what we've been seeing her on recently is Secret World. So
She might be getting her
she's
last
the one that helped. She's
moments
the one that
in.
helped us on all those dungeon runs.
Mm-hmm.
And Ed don't care since he plays this in Lotro, and I think that's it these days.
For the most part.
Ooh! My team ran off without me while I was chatting with Ankh.
Eh.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, we're trying to get out of this position before stuff repops.
Whee! I'm here. I don't know if Uncle have time to respond to that, but still. Yay! Aw,
I'm
everyone
walking
gets.
through the
Yay! I
mountain.
get to walk through the air. I get to walk
With the
through a
greatest of
mountain.
ease.
I'm walking through a mountain apparently.
I'm bending
Yeah.
space.
Time and
I've entered.
space.
Aaron, you've entered the 8th dimension. You're traveling through an object.
You're traveling into another dimension. Dimension of... No, not even gonna go further. Alright.
That's because you don't have the voice.
I could, if I really wanted to, I could do a Rod Sterling, but I'm not going to even try it tonight.
Here I am making Dune jokes.
You have to either do Rod Sterling or Burgess Meredith because both of them have been the hosts.
I should
Wasn't,
check more.
oh, what's his name? What's his name? Morpheus. Wasn't he the host of the more modern one?
So Ankh says
I'm
that
not
she
sure.
remains hopeful. As in, hopeful it'll be, won't be as bad as people say, and that it'll be able to incorporate.
It'll be good, yeah.
Maybe it might perform better. It might actually be better, for all we know.
That's my take on it too. Is that yes, there's gonna be a lot of changes, and yes, a lot of people are going to go irk. But what I'm hoping that the change in focus it'll do is that it'll actually get rid of some of the things that really made the game feel disjointed.
Alright, from what I've seen of the dev stream earlier today, they are improving a lot, but this also brings its own issues. So we could check out the dev stream. Actually, yeah, that would be a good idea if they, especially if they have that highlighted somewhere and up on YouTube.
Well, highlighted, I doubt it. I think we'd have to go into their Twitch stream and try and find the video that they did recently.
They're also an early-ish beta, which is what Rand was saying.
I know. I've signed up for the beta. I don't know. I have not heard back from them on whether I'll get into it or not. Of course, that also depends on whether whatever they're doing with it is going to kill my machine too. I mean, my machine barely runs Conan Exiles, so...
A lot of the UI and
Conan Exiles
fine-tuning...
is like in late alpha right now, so...
A lot of the UI and fine-tuning are best guess, really. They're just still kind of playing around with that, it looks like. Ah, my hand is itchy all of a sudden. Why am I so itchy?
I don't know.
I had a shower and everything. Made me feel nice and clean.
You shower? I shower.
And now I'm all itchy. Maybe it's just dry skin. Alright. I've lost the team again.
Oh, we're just heading back to that same scientist.
And I always get lost looking for the scientist. Whee!
That's why I hit the Edcarnator and go south.
It's actually going... You actually wound up, going the same direction I thought. Oh.
I just ran into some friends I had to take care of.
I like the noises they make. The malas.
Yeah,
Kinda
well, like
creepy.
I said, on Rubicon, they're called Medusas, and they make the same noises. We actually get high enough, I'll show you the Medusa camps in, like, Belial. Near Belial. I know there's some in Eastern Foul Plains, but those are very high. Those are the boss Medusas. Boss Deuces.
Boss deuces?
Mhm.
Alright. So let's talk to her here. Alright. Hi, how did it go? I almost did the wrong voice. The artifact seems to be some sort of Zon scepter. Yay, Zon scepter. A Zon scepter, you say? And you're sure it is really a Zon artifact? Let me have a look. Alright.
Dialogue dump away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is almost all the quests have these huge text dumps.
No. Yes, I can see that there are several Zon symbols around its shaft. Actually, this might well be one of the staves that the Utos later copied. We have recently uncovered several examples of staves in the Utos culture, and we believe these staves are used to channel source energy. Maybe this one is still functioning. From what I've learned of the ritual, the Utos, and probably the Zon earlier on, would gather around a sacred stone and summon beautiful creatures made of pure Notum. Some of these would be guardians set to protect their tribe. We're not sure if they actually saw any creatures or if it might have been some sort of hallucination, but we know this was supposedly a protective ritual. So you think I can make it work? Stranger things have been known to happen here in the Shadowlands. If this one is still functioning, you would still need to find the correct device to use it with. Some sort of altar, I would guess.
Or a giant pillar of light that shoots into the heavens.
Nope, not that kind of altar. So, we need to find a moss-covered altar. I'm seeing if it actually shows us where it is on the map. It does. The area should look very familiar to us. If you open your map and look.
Oh.
Not too far from where we did Shoal Run. So, to get there, we're going to have to go to the Halls of Shoal. Good old Halls of Shoal.
Good old PU.
The thing hanging from the ceiling.
The uvula of the Shadowlands.
Where'd Matt go?
I'm cutting through this way. Whee!
Whee!
And then I'm gonna head up the hill.
Hopefully this isn't a mistake.
I know where I'm going. I haven't been drinking today except for 9 o'clock.
By the way, Matt, how many views has your I Divine Cybermancy gotten? Your first episode.
That first episode has already hit 14.
Oh, 14 views for I Divine Cybermancy.
I've also already put up the second part, and it's already up to 4 within a couple hours.
Is that just the second part of the stream that I saw?
Yeah. Yeah, that stream that you were part of, that's getting chopped up into 4 pieces and getting put out over the weekend.
Okay.
I don't want them to be too long, otherwise people... attention expansion, you know? The longer it gets, the less likely people are to get through it in one sitting.
But you weren't kidding when you said it was very wordy. You
No,
get to go
no,
through
I
a
was not
library.
kidding.
You get
You
to
get
go
to that library, it's just like, oh, the hell with
read
this.
all the books. Read all of these books and then come back and take a test on them.
How about you stick it out where the sun don't shine? I just read what's actually needed. How about the game actually introduces background and lore within the story when it's necessary? How about that?
But don't you want to read?
You know, like how Ghost in the Shell does it, and Blade Runner, and like any decent cyberpunk sci-fi story has ever done it.
My big complaint is that it's very brown and very reddish brown.
It's lots of
brown
rust.
Game. It's a very rust-colored game, which kind of makes it boring to
it's
look
very
at.
rusty, but I get the reason. It is trying a little bit too hard to be AAA-esque while doing its cyberpunk thing.
Yeah, it's not a neon-themed cyberpunk game. It's a very...
Although I just hit in that last area was like extremely green.
Yeah.
almost neon in some aspects, but we'll wait and see. That was the first little bit of actual color I've seen.
Maybe
Otherwise, it's
I
been mostly blacks, browns,
maybe I was expecting a little too
and
much
silvers.
Shadowrun out of it.
Well, Matt, they could just, I don't know, make you go to another website to read everything. Jet bomb!
Jet bomb. Ed
And
just...
hello, Ed. Long time no hear.
I think he's just here to make fun of Matt. He's just doing a
Apparently,
chat
he
bomb.
just popped in and popped out. Okay.
Chat bomb. That's what he was talking about. He said he was going to do it.
Jet bomb. Yeah. Well, again, the
reminds me
background's
of my
not
cat.
exactly necessary if it's not going to actually be used in the actual story. Is my point.
You know, this thing looks even creepier from this angle.
It still sounds like our cat.
Yeah, but look up at it. See, like eyes.
You do?
It
That's
is not.
staring at
It is
you.
not a fun thing to look at. Not a fun thing to hear too. Anyway,
And when it jiggles like that, it just makes me want to walk away.
in the words of Matt Smith, Geronimo!
Well,
Talk
if you'd like to
politics.
stick around in chat, I can.
Yes. Well, you know, you're technically, one of the lounge leads here. I mean, only reason that's been on here is our streams have, actually conflicted with nights you work.
Yeah.
Hold
they
on. Hold
Except
on a
for
moment.
tonight.
That's kind of nice.
And tonight was kind of ad hoc anyway. Like I mentioned to Matt earlier, we decided to stream at 10 o'clock this morning when I was in the garage at Gennon's. So, yeah, this is the right place.
Yeah, a little bit north.
Ah, look at all these crazy stuff.
Looks like someone else is already here. Oh, hi, Ed. So, our goal?
Ooh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, it's Ed. Ed's tune. Lirowin.
It's not what I'm saying hi to right now. I just turned around the corner and went, oh, hello, and it just kind of wandered out into the open and went, I kill you. Not exactly the friendliest opening.
I think we're gonna have to kill this thing again. Or not. I don't know about you guys, but I got the update.
Yeah, I got an
Yeah.
update.
Moss
Return
covered
to
altar.
Yeah, we don't need it now, because Ed apparently spawned it, used it, and since we killed the Great Mother, that's what updates the quest. So,
Ooh.
we get to return to Dr. Hestia now. Joy, oh joy!
Yay.
Except we're down here.
Wait, which one's Hestia?
Oh, wait.
She's the one that we just got back from. She's the British doctor, the doctor that I do the pseudo-British voice for.
The one that's south there. Hang on, there's a way up here.
Yeah, there's a way back home.
Map. Zoom in. Yeah, that can be used. Yep. So you thought you used to have to do jumping platforms to get up?
I used to have to, way back in the day.
I don't know. Maybe you just
Unless
didn't know about
Rand's
this.
misremembering.
Well,
'Cause
mind
Guild
you,
Wars 2, this is not.
I haven't done much in Shoal since early 2008. I mean, I'm here, I do stuff, I go. I did not remember that there was a ramp there in 2008. I could be completely wrong because, Funcom never changes shit. And it's just I never found it.
Either
Thank
you just
you.
found it or didn't remember it.
Thank you.
Keep you away.
Welcomes.
But yeah, essentially, I got really wordy and just like, I don't have time for this. Page through things, look at the tiles quick to see if there's anything important. Nope. Oh, hey, recent stuff. Okay, that would actually be important because that's actual main setup. Read through it quick. Okay, got it, and moved on.
Could have been worse. You could have killed everything. Yay!
So
thank
tempted
you.
to.
There we go.
Well, I accidentally, in the next area, I've accidentally pissed off the guys I'm supposed to be sneaking up on, so I guess I will have to shoot everything. Also, I found out about an anime video where Jim Sterling talked about I. And the one thing I didn't know, which I now know, is that if you can hack something in the level, you can literally hack it from all the way across the level.
Saving character.
Oh, very true. Yeah. You keep what little experience I've managed to gain.
Not worried about it because I'm on pure research right now.
Wait, where
Not
are we
that-
going?
Back to Giant's Hoof and down
Oh, yeah.
into back to Hestia.
Oh, that's right. We
Right,
gotta go
John's
all the way back to Hestia.
Yep, I think though we've done most of the stuff that we have to do to finish this quest. I think we have to kill a couple more things and then we're done.
This rock will not let me pass. I'm annoyed.
So Ed, do you have an opinion on what Funcom's doing with Anarchy Online and whatnot? Anarchy Online, Age of Conan, either backburnering them or putting them in maintenance mode or what have you. I don't know if you heard me, but
Kind of seems to be in and out. I'm not sure if he's still here.
it's okay. Well,
Actually,
that's his tune
he
back
was
there.
moving actually, so
Yeah, it's okay. He'll get back to us.
yeah, I'm not sure if he might be having microphone issues or something.
Well, you can always be hopeful. I mean, wait and see, because like there's plenty of times when people have thought that Anarchy Online was in maintenance mode, and then all of a sudden they start developing new content for it.
Yeah, right now the thing is that it's not on their active development list, and that's, like I said, that's because they're spending all of their resources elsewhere on Conan Exiles and this redo of Secret World, so they don't have anything planned.
So
That
like
does not-
how long is it
Whatever
going to be
gets done is
before
whatever gets done by the development team.
how long is it going to
That's
be
gonna
before
happen.
Conan Exiles is abandoned?
Whenever it gets done, it depends on how much attention it gets. If it actually garners enough attention and they actually decide to behave themselves and keep developing stuff for it, it could actually last them a while. Otherwise, if they're just trying to get to a point where they're going and go, there, game done, and then
Yeah.
move on,
It's not like an
that-
MMO. There would actually be
that
an
would
end
be
to the game.
yeah, if there's like an actual end to the game and they just say their game done, that would probably be within the next year or so, because that's when they said that they were going to be done with it.
Well, not necessarily, because there's always rooms for at least like another year's worth of expansion after loss.
Mhm.
Like I
after
said,
that.
there's
think,
still
think of
possibilities.
like what Bethesda does with like the Fallout games and the Skyrim games and stuff. That they release the game and then they spend another year making expansion content.
Mm-hmm. It very easily could spread into more stuff, and if they actually have more ideas, they could spread it around even more. Speaking of which, by the way, did you guys see that they added a new dungeon in this week?
No,
For
I haven't.
Conan
I haven't
Exiles.
I
For
haven't
Exiles,
patched-
yeah.
Wow.
I haven't patched this week. I've been busy kind of playing Fallout Shelter and working on getting my car in operation, which it is now.
They
And it's
added
making-
in
It's
a
making happy
level.
driving sounds now.
They added in a level 10 to 20 dungeon, which can be easily soloed, quote unquote, by level 30.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Which should also have more materials, and you can also learn new recipes and so forth from the dungeon.
Nice. I'll have to try that out.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it. Should be somewhere over here. There you go.
Okay,
Yay.
can you hear me now? Because this thing's being stupid.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I flipped the mic up when I had to go help my parents with the new router I bought today.
Oh.
Ooh, new router. Nice.
Yeah, I kind of needed it. The old one was shit.
Mm.
That's a frequent problem.
And
Alright.
you know my headset and muting it when I don't mean to mute it. So where be you people?
Alright, we're
we're-
by
we're-
Dr. Hestia.
There
Alright.
by Dr. Hestia. I'm trying to get to Dr. Hestia. I ran into some Malas on the Incarnator, and I had to deal with them. They're dealt with now.
Okay.
Okay.
And
That's because Rand just did Top Gear rules, and me and Aaron decided to actually follow as a group.
Mm.
No, I just went the same way. I've been going all day.
Alright.
Okay.
I've
I'm going to
been more or
read
less going the same
Hestia's
route.
quest dialogue, and then we can get back to the questions we were asking Ed here quick.
Okay.
So the scepter, I kind of lost it.
No, we didn't lose the scepter. We saw what happened. The altar erupted and a creature emerged. And scared the shit out of Matt.
Oh yeah.
More like
yeah.
a, oh,
I hope
hi.
you still
I
have
did
the
not
scepter
say
and that it
shit.
isn't damaged. What happens if you keep the scepter?
Basically, it's a unique item, so the quest won't progress unless you give it to her. The other options, in case you accidentally lose the scepter, like delete it in a bag or whatever.
Oh, okay. It really seems to be undamaged. Archaeological excavations are of great help to us when we try to establish the chronology of the setting of the Zan and their development. And the finds are of great help to researchers such as Dr. Darnell. I'm sure she would appreciate if you brought her this. God damn it. I hate you.
This is why this quest sucks.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about it for the last few streams. It's so over
run
and back
speed?
and over and back.
Because I'm
I
ready
have
to
no
run.
run speed to give you, Matt. I'm sorry.
Don't matter. I'm the forward tank. Just follow me in my ramming speed.
But I'm faster than your ramming speed. I'm on a 202. I have max run speed. My
Well,
healing
then
meatball
you're the
is faster
officially
than
ramming
you.
speed now, because we're not going to take time to kill spiders. Actually, you're high enough level the spiders won't even bother you.
Yeah.
True, but Levantine likes spider giblets.
Normally we would deal with it too, but we've dealt with it so much that we're just like, no, we're done with it. We're done with it.
Drop
Here,
on
let
it.
me put on my speed boots, and I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here.
Let me drink a coffee quick. Alright, let's go. Ah.
Whee! Oh.
Eh.
Around and back up.
Yeah, amazingly enough, I have no buffs that really help Matt.
Yeah. You're an MP. You're basically not. You're a profession that helps nanocasters, and that's about it. Oh, and you have a nice attack pet and a heal pet. And...
Thinking I'll get up the hill there.
Well, I could give him an evade buff. That's really about it. Or an NS. But he's a Trox. He doesn't need intelligence.
I needs intelligence.
The only time he needs intelligence is when putting on symbionts, and Matt's not going to be dealing with that again until 139.
At that point, just go to 150.
Well, no, it's 139 and 146 are the next two implant levels.
Trying to think. Well, I just got through that with. Well, I haven't put the 146s on Corsair yet, but the 139s. I think the only important one's the eye.
3 more levels.
I know. I went through and I did all of that with the doc, and he's got all of his symbionts up to date now. All right, so when we get up here, come out Kuching Light and down. Yeah.
Coochie light. Where's Matt going?
Nope.
This way.
He's taking the long way to get up to the port. Oh, right.
Boom.
Matt, you're spitting distance of being able to level with me. I mean, team with this character.
Yay!
Yeah, that's fun.
Spitting distance, by what I mean 14 levels.
It's only 14 levels, Matt. Ah, stupid toxic shadow.
Yeah.
Shadows, they're everywhere.
I'm hitting that range in the dock, Ed.
Oh, yeah, that range. I hate that range.
No,
I've
the
been through
good
that.
range.
Oh, the good range.
The I tank like a meal range.
Ah, yes. I love that range. And you actually have weapon. You also have your D dot. That's worthwhile.
D dot.
Your guns.
Yeah, I don't have them on though.
No, the Dogs of War.
Oh, the Dogs of War. No, I've got the Hand of Grace, and Hope.
Yeah, those things are a pain in the ass to put on, man. Don't
Yeah,
expect to put
I
them on
know.
early.
I'm sitting here. It's like, how the hell am I going to get 1701 pistol to put these on? I'm still mathing it.
Whee!
I haven't given up yet, but I know I have to get the 80 brain before I can even think about it.
80 Brain, Extreme Prejudice, 131. I can't get an Umbrella on you better than a 131 yet.
Yeah, and I gotta figure out if
for
I
money.
can figure out a
2 for the show. 3 to
if I
make
can
ready and coffee to go.
see if I can figure out a way to get like 250 implants on.
Yeah, because you're gonna need those. You're gonna need a set of 225 sharpshooter. Oh, hey, I have a set you can borrow.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
You just have to give it back. It's my Doc's armor.
That's fine. I don't want to keep it. I'm currently in a set of 192 combined scouts. And
Everybody, Congo line.
I was thinking about buying a set of 225 combined scouts.
225 combined scouts would be delicious.
Yes, it would be. It's also expensive.
Yeah, I
Heck,
know. I've looked at it.
Haha. Got most of them off my back. Or
Well, I'm
severely
also killing all of the big named ones. I don't know what all drops, but I'm getting patterns for them.
But no, I actually did I found this little spot near the edge where you can actually jump around a big rock and they'll get pathing stuck for NPCs, but you can jump over it real easy.
Yeah, okay.
So I just kind of hit that and they
you might
slowed
wanna,
down for a
if you
few
can, you
minutes.
might want to move that heal pet to Matt.
I'm fine. I'm almost there.
I'm watching your hit points go.
Ow. Ow, ow.
Sorry, I was killing all those spiders.
Here's the ledge. And here's the... Oh, no, I'm not taking that jump yet.
Don't be like me, man.
Clara Wind is too far away to move to Matt.
Whee!
Also, Matt's too far away to move Clara Wind.
That's okay. He got close enough that I hit him with a complete heal.
Clara Wind is following us.
Yeah, because I had it on Rand.
Oh, okay.
Where's that hole that I fell through?
You
Had to
must
been,
have
like, right
fallen
around
through like
here.
right here.
Yeah, oh yeah, you probably fell through like the hole here in the grass.
Oh, I probably must have not noticed it when I was rushing through here, and then I must have bounced and hit the hole.
Yeah, possibly.
I bounced on the ledge going up and then hit the hole by accident.
No.
That's just plain and simple annoying is what that is.
It is.
Anyway.
Alrighty. So let's see here. Boop. Alright. Welcome back. How are you doing? The artifact you wanted me to find was a ritual scepter. A ritual scepter, you say? And Dr. Hessia seems to be quite sure about that? Let me have a look at then. Yay, 138.
Yay! 22 million in the pool.
Oh yeah, I should probably throw my insurance claim on you.
No! Don't! I'm not going to get anything. I'm pooling at the moment because my XP is off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. Alright, whatever.
I do not want to level above 150 until we've run through Sector 10.
So apparently
Thank
you guys
you.
have to get the 146 before I can use the MP with you.
So I'm cool. They need another, like,
8 levels.
something like that, yeah.
Thank you. I wonder to whom this once belonged. Do you have more questions for me before I take a closer look at the scepter? I'd like to know more about their daily life. God damn it. We believe we believe that the daily life of the Zan was rather uncomplicated. The amount of ornamented utilities we have. Goddamn! Stop talking. Ornamented utilities we have found shows not only that they cared about the appearance of the things they surrounded themselves with, but also that they must have had time on their hands to do this kind of work. If they would have been struggling to find food, they would not have made the plates from which they ate their food look like pieces of art. We've also found smaller animals that we believe were kept as pets. We have found carvings illustrating that the Zan were fond of pastimes such as pets. The bigger animals were never shown merely as pets, but rather depicted as hunting companions or even as watchdogs. One such animal that we've seen illustrations of looks a lot like a creature like canine mongrel that we have here in Shoal. I'm afraid I've never had the chance to take a closer look at one yet, but maybe you can help me. How
What
can I help
have you been doing out here, Darnell?
She's been
Seriously.
sitting up there and smoking the herb. Gotta be.
If you bring me the corpse of one of them to me, I might be able to learn some about their diet from looking at their stomach contents and their teeth.
Be great if there'd been a Udo's herbalist sitting right next to her.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Well, the Udo here is called Leading Blossom.
Yeah, that might be a statement. That's what we call social anthropology. Okay, so now we gotta go kill some canine mongrels. If you check your map, actually it doesn't give you where these are, but we have seen these before up by the Kuching Light exit.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to go back up.
They'll fall through the hole, Matt. Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah, there it is.
you always
It's actually
approach
half
it.
hidden.
You always approach it from the same angle.
Yeah, it's like half hidden until you're almost right on top of it. That's why I fell through it, because I wasn't looking down.
Yeah, I've almost fallen through that too.
That's why
Now I
tend
know what
to-
happens.
I tend to run, instead of having it over shoulder, I kind of move my camera up 45 degrees, so I'm kind of looking down at myself.
Yeah, that's what I do. I
It's
never
always a
have
good
a
idea.
over shoulder.
This is not the Legend of
I don't think I
Zelda.
have. I don't think I have an older shoulder. I have it over the head, ish.
I figured I'd just wait for you over here in case of spawns.
Whee!
Have any?
Not really. Remember, it's down this way.
Yeah, I know, there's one up there too. But, yeah, there's more down that way in there.
Yeah, but we have to go through the girders and the spiders.
Ah, fun.
Hey, look, research.
Yeah.
Not that Dr. Tier 6 research is worth a frickin' blast, but... Okay, the 25 points of biometa on the first one I took was good. Everything else is basically...
Meh.
don't care. What am I researching now? 15 points of strength. Not bad, and there's 15 points of stamina.
No, you need
But-
both of them.
Yeah, but after that I've got body dev, martial arts.
Body dev is always useful.
Yeah, but it's not what I would consider to be great.
Well, that martial arts is the last one you research.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sad. I'm still 7 levels away, 5 levels away from my next heal pet.
Aw.
Yeah, it's a long time between Bella and I forget which one's the replacement for Bella.
Actually, let me see if I can find it in my bags. No, that's
Ooh.
Count Mokum's.
The
What
2-hour
chips is it?
version?
The Eternal.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and that's
Mokum's
the
2
last
hours.
heal pet you have too.
Yeah. Remember, I think I was casting Bella before level 100.
Yeah. So was I. I was casting all of my N-tier pets at like level 87.
Metaphysicist. We do pets.
Except for
Until
Barry.
late levels. No, Barry isn't a metaphysicist. He's a meta slacker.
Oof.
Yeah, that's not a nice thing to say, no matter how true it is.
Hey,
I just honestly think that
been-
this game is
I've
not
been
his
on
cup
the
of
team
tea.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
He never uses his pets. Ever.
That's because he's too reliant on MMOs being able to auto the pets, and again, that's why I think this game is not his cup of tea.
He's too reliant on the City of Heroes way of doing like pets, the mastermind.
Yeah.
And that one just ran away.
That's fine. We don't need to go down there, Matt.
You don't need to get
Then
on
why,
there, man.
then why are people going down there?
My pet was going down there.
My pet.
Don't
I had my vet
follow
pet on it.
Porky, Matt. Don't
I
follow
wasn't following
Porky.
just Porky. There was like 3 things going down there. You tell me why they were going down there, because I don't understand.
Because they
why everyone went
automatically
down there.
attack. They
There we go.
pursue the enemy.
My pet didn't. I had my stun pet on it, Matt.
Oh.
If you saw the purplish meatball go, that was my stun pet.
But no, keep going east, guys.
Yeah. This way.
Eastbound.
We see the first thing we have to kill right here.
I got the guide up. You guys are actually almost done.
Yeah, I know we are.
You can finish tonight.
Depending on what time it is now.
It's about
Almost
5
11.
minutes to 11.
It's
So
about.
no, we can't
15
finish
minutes to
tonight because Aaron has to be up and moving by 9 tomorrow. So
Have you guys gathered everything for the thieving spirits?
yes, we have not yet got the nucleus of the Aramite though.
Okay, so it's that is the only kill you're missing. Everything else is running.
Yeah. It is basically almost a giant FedEx after this. And we're almost done with Darnell, too. Thank you, God.
Oh yeah, only one more run back to her after this.
Okay, we should have just gotten the corpse of a canine mongrel.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we get out of this mess of canine mongrels trying to kill us, we can run back to Darnell one
like-
last time.
They're like evil chihuahuas.
Evil neon glowing chihuahuas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Freaking time to run around the spiders again.
So if you guys didn't notice earlier when I actually logged Crochet in,
Mm-hmm.
she's back in IR. I spent 3 weeks leaving her logged in when I would remember to, when I went to work.
I've noticed. Tried to log in for a buff once. Oh, that's right. Ed's account's logged in.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason why. Because
You
I turned
changed,
her on me because of Krister.
and then Krister jumped into an exclusive org.
Yes. Now, I understand why they do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not actually for PvP reasons, from what I have discovered.
Oh, okay. So, like, why don't
Because-
you go into more detail? What you mean by exclusive? You know, it should be obvious
It's,
to a lot of people.
Rad,
Okay, go
there's
ahead.
an easier path up to the teleporter.
There is.
Yes.
Do show me.
Wait,
Go north. Go down the hill.
why haven't we been going this
Follow
way?
this
God
over
damn it,
here.
Randy.
Because I didn't know, Matt.
It's
Oh.
on the
It's
map.
the map.
Over.
It's literally on the map, Ran. I gotta quiet down.
It's not the way I was taught, okay?
Yeah, I started going this way
In
on
my
own.
day.
Yeah,
Check the map. I should have been checking that sooner. Dang it.
it happened.
This is what I get for just following people.
We ran through all those spiders for nothing.
I got 7 pattern pieces.
You know what? That was the crevice that we were trying to explore. That we were told not to go because that's not where we were supposed to be going.
Well, it wasn't at the time because we were supposed to be going down to the other location because we were farming.
Yeah, because you wanted to show us this.
We were farming the DNA tags at the time.
He's got a point. If you're farming those DNA tags, you don't want to go that way. But hey, you guys know about this for, the next tune you drag through Shoal. and you know the important part about the next time you drag someone through Shoal?
What?
You really don't need to, worry about reading everything again.
No.
Yeah.
We're just
doing it because
for...
we're doing story for the stream, but
Yeah.
No, I know. The story is great and wonderful, and I love it.
All right.
The last 2 times I've did it, I skipped it.
Yeah, because, you read it once, and maybe you read it a second time because you've forgotten it the first time. But by that point, you're looking at it like, I remember this shit.
I remember
Yay,
you and I
139.
hate you.
Okay, so...
Alright, thank you. I'll have a look at it in a bit. Last time we spoke, you said you wanted to know more about the Zan and how they were. Are you ready to listen some more? Yes, please. Tell me what you know.
You completely skipped handing in the corpse, but okay.
Well, that's obviously handing in the corpse. We know that the Zan enjoyed the good life and playing was part of it. Some games were played with implements and balls were popular among these. Balls were made of a leather skin filled with rags. We have found that what seems to be a game for 2 where each player would have several pieces of polished rock. It seems to have been a game of skill and chance, perhaps akin to backgammon, and was likely played by both young and old. What can you tell me?
Don't you know?
What more can you tell me? Yes. we don't think the Zan had a theater like we know it, as we have found no special venues constructed for plays, but we believe they did public performances of shows which were mostly pageant-like, where we believe they recited dramatic dialogue before audiences. That music was part of religious ceremonies, and musicship was highly valued among the Zan. We can see from carvings and artifacts found, but unfortunately we have even fewer clues to what their music sounded like when we have to know than we have to how their language is spoken. So theater and song, do they also dance? Only a few carvings of what we believe could be Zan dancers have been found. They are generally depicted a number of dancers performing the same synchronized movements. We believe that dancing was part of rituals, but how common it was is hard to say from the material we found. Talking about rituals, do you have the time to help me some more? Sure, what do you need? Up on a hill, I noticed some urns that I think can be of interest to us. It would be very helpful if you could collect one and bring it to Dr. Hestia to see if we can find out what it is.
I'd forgotten about this part.
What?
Okay, so we basically have to go down, collect an urn. It's not that hard to get, except for the fact that there are some really nasty little mini hecklers in the area. That if you're not too careful, will chew you up and spit you out. They're pretty weak compared to normal hecklers, but...
Don't fall, Matt.
Just a second, I got a level. Goodbye. And I'm going to get me a nano on here really quick. Boom. And what was this? Oh, Glorious Sanctifier. Which means it's replacing Exalted.
Yay!
Upgrades are always yay-worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now then.
Alright.
This way, watch out for that hole.
Yeah, watch out for the hole, and then we're just going down to the unredeemed statue down here. And then we're not going to go into the unredeemed garden. We're just going to kind of go around here and wait for you.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the redeemed garden. Because it's easier to get to where we're going from than going across the map.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I'm double checking now.
I think Temple Bog might be closer. Well,
Let's
I guess
see.
it would be a choice between Temple Bog and Highlands.
Yeah, I think Highlands would be the closest, but Temple Bog's not that far. Now Temple Bog's
Actually, Highlands. Definitely
Okay.
Highlands. I took a closer look. It's like, yeah. Well, Temple Bog is just kind of a straight shot across. Highlands is actually a little closer.
Yep.
Okay.
Not to
Temple Bog would
mention,
be the safer
not to
route.
mention, the bonus is that the eremites that drop those nuclei are right in that area.
Yep.
So we could, and I think that's like 100% drop rate too.
99%.
Now, okay, you've gotten one without it before?
No, I just never believe anything in this game's 100% drop rate.
Oh,
I would also
there
add,
is.
actually, we should be watching the time here.
I know.
A lot of it comes down to if... Because the Eremite is the last thing we need to kill.
Everything else is basically FedExing.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we should
And-
probably.
You guys have the keys.
Mhm.
Do you have the Sanctuary keys?
No, we do not have Sank. I was going to do that after the quests, right before we went into Ado.
Okay.
We have the materials for them. I just was not guaranteed that we could spawn and kill something on our own.
That's why we either pick a non-normal stream night. Just make sure I'm home.
Yeah, we
I
we
log
need to
Azul and
we
Big Bang
need
Boom.
to we need to coordinate that better off stream time. Just so we know.
If only we had like a Discord group to do such.
True, but I have only been watching you guys on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yay! Well, wait, I haven't got my revenue set up. Oh. It's okay.
You will give my revenue anyways because YouTube is screwed right now.
Yeah, remember about the time we started Shull, we lost Krister to working the farm and to relatives. So
That's kind of what I figured, because he wasn't even pushing me to do stuff on in-game.
yeah, he's been busy.
I kind of figured.
We
It's
talked to him.
hard.
We talked to him briefly a while ago.
Yeah,
And he's had relatives over for like the last month or so, and he's had the farm and everything.
yeah, it's the beginning of growing season.
Yep.
He's not gonna have reliable off time until probably June.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. At least late May for sure.
All right, Rand, do you want to take a detour and get it to hunt those Eremites?
Yeah, let's go kill those eremites. I'm just blew
Would
a
you like
rash
me to
in my face.
Would you like me to make it faster?
That would be good considering Erin's pushing the point that she has to go to bed.
All right, somebody invite me to team.
Okay.
That'd be Ran.
Nope.
Nope, that'd be Erin because she's the one that did the
Oh.
invite.
Okay.
I don't want you glue a rash. I want some Eremites. All right, Levantine. Snaggle form. Kick its ass.
Sniggle.
All right. So, these are what we
One.
have to kill the crusty eremite, and they're all around here. They've already snagged another one. Mine.
There's two.
Nothing here.
And there's three. Wait, there actually was nothing on that last one?
Yeah.
Alright, so this could be two.
Alright, so what? Monster parts?
No,
You're looking for a nucleus of the crusty eremite.
looks like
Nope.
looks like a pearl.
Nothing on this one either.
Alright, get down here.
Seriously? I've gone through this field with them, colored.
Nothing.
I've
I
gone
ha-
through.
I have gone through this field
You're
before.
100 proof. Your 100 proof does not stand up against this team, Ran.
I don't know.
Eat quiver! Haha, I shoot crossbow.
Nothing on that one either.
Maybe they
What
lowered the drop rate.
hell?
Maybe they lowered the drop rate.
Let me flip back over to the guide here.
Nothing.
We got one so far. That just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I know. I've gone through this field on like Nom and just pasted all these things, and it had them on each and every one, and I did that time after time.
Nothing.
Maybe it doesn't like the blue demon of love.
God.
I think I've cleared the field.
God damn it.
And we got one. We can go and get the urn, and
Come
then come
back.
back.
All right, let's see. Where's that damn urn from here?
Northeast.
All right.
Okay.
Now, like I said, be careful around here.
Yeah, because the kinetic aggressors around here, they're 120, so they will auto-ag you guys. But that's what Levantine's for.
Yeah,
Nice.
there they are too. I see them.
Yeah, there were two by the urn.
Yeah. They're basically there to piss people off doing this quest.
But I
They're
have
green.
opened a path for you. They're green, they're green for you, but at the same point, Aaron, one,
Oh,
you won't
crap.
get any XP for the death. I heard a crap.
Right behind
Yeah,
nice
they
man.
respawn really, really, really quickly.
Alright, so, get the urn. Well, it was right there.
Where's the urn?
I tagged it and it vanished again, so we gotta
Alright,
wait.
so we'll have to wait for repop.
And look at that, how fast these puppies repop.
Well, jeez.
They're angry little bastards.
No, they're not hecklers. They're voracious horrors.
Yeah, they're horror grades. They're like mini horrors.
You know what would seriously stop these things?
There, the urn is back.
If I had my TIG.
Where's the urn?
Over there.
Oh, I see it.
I am 18 levels from my TIG. I am very sad.
Yeah.
There we go.
I know. I've been looking at that thing longingly on FAL too. I haven't put it together because the no fetch.
It actually won't let you. I tried.
Oh, jeez.
You're stuck with the polishing gem and the polishing stuff and the pattern until you hit 220. Hey, come on! I'm sitting here. I've got my alien matrix cubes. The only thing I don't have are the 4 and 8 hour Mokums in my bag. All right. Has anyone seen an aggressor?
No, I haven't
Not
seen them.
recently.
Like,
No.
they
But
just
they spawned really
disappeared.
fast for like 4 of them in a row, and then they finally stopped.
I think
Okay.
they're just highly social.
Urn's
Okay,
back.
there's an urn.
Like, you piss one off, you piss them all off.
Okay, so we all got the urn.
Let's see here.
Make sure, yep.
Let's get out of here before the kinetic aggressors decide to start chewing on us some more.
All right. Back to some Airbites. Let's hope they have a better drop rate this time.
Drop rate.
Don't look like they're back up again.
All right. Go turn in that part of the quest. I'll wait down here for respawns.
All right.
Because
So
you
we
guys should just have to go to Hestia.
Yep.
And I will leave team to make sure that nothing wonky goes on with the XP.
Yay! We need all the XPs we can get.
Well, yeah, we declared no heck noobing, and then we did it for Barry.
Oh, we did it for us too. There was a time when it was just Matt and me
No.
and you guys.
No, we
Aaron?
never heck noobed because we participated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck noobed
we've
is where
actually
you
participated.
sit there
Oh,
while
yeah.
other people do the work for you.
Yeah, Barry heck noobed, yeah.
Yeah, Barry got heck noobed. And I feel that's one of the reasons why he can't play his class.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he still wants to just, tag along for the XP. I'm like, you're not
He's
actually learning
It's actually a
anything.
hindrance, and you're going to die anyway. So
He's
no.
like 115. He's actually starting. He's getting to the point where Bran is starting to be too high a level for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I probably am now because I'm 150.
If he's like 115, you've still got 9 levels. You're out of PvP range.
All right. So here we are, Dr. Hestia.
Mm-hmm. Hi again, how are you? Could you have a look at this urn for me? I'm sure that I can have a look and perhaps it is something I recognize.
Oh,
What?
crash.
Yep. Matt crashed.
Been disconnected.
So,
Here, it's
not
logged
doctor.
you out, so you should be able to just load right back in.
Downloading dimension information.
That's actually something that was happening to me. Oh, I just got disconnected.
Huh.
And it's not anything out of my system because I would have dropped from here.
Updating dimensions.
Yeah, it's still doing that for me too.
Hmm.
That's-
That was an interesting crash.
I've seen that happen before, where it's just like you lose connection to the AO servers.
Yeah,
you're
I was
not
about
able
to
to-
say, I don't see you guys right near her, and why can't I click on her? Boom, done. Okay, play. Play on is
Alright.
down at the moment. Please
We're
try to
being
connect
attacked.
later.
That's because Tin Man brought a friend.
No, he actually
I saw
chased.
him run down.
No, it was actually in front of him, running towards us, and he was chasing behind it, trying to attack it.
Well, it's getting nailed by 3 dogs of war. So
Mm-hmm.
3 dogs of war and a dark pistol that are revoked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
that was a weird crash.
Yeah, I had to close it out and start it back up again. Now it's running.
That's sometimes what happens.
think
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen that
too.
one in a long time, Rand. So
I
that's
have
not,
weird for,
I have not
it's
seen
weird
that
for me.
That's the
Set
first
my
for me, and
alarm.
we've been playing this
Oh,
game for how
there's
many
Matt.
months now?
There's a map.
Recruit. Don't forget to join
Okay.
team. There we go.
All right.
All right, to continue. You have a look at this urn for me. All right, so
Boom.
quest updated. Hopefully I don't crash, but if I do,
Okay. It's sending you guys the Vanward. Should be sending you guys like Vanward 4?
Correct.
Mhm.
Temple Bog.
Temple Bog?
Temple Bog.
Oh,
because
yeah, that's right.
The
Are you-
Halls of Sheol Unredeemed is right next to Vanward 4.
Okay.
Yeah, true, but the Halls of Sheol Redeemed are not that far of a jog from it either. I think it's closer to get to Redeemed and the other Halls of Sheol than it is to get to Temple Bog and the and Vanward 4 myself.
Are we?
Oh.
Do you want me to finish reading this or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe this is a prayer and used for transporting water that was used in religious ceremonies. There's a large crack that runs down its entire length, so I don't think it could hold much water these days. If you're careful with it, there might be a chance it could be repaired, though. I suggest you bring it to my Utica friend, Vanward 4. He might be able to tell you more.
Okay.
Well, still
So
no
Ed-
respawns on the Eremites.
Ed thinks Temple Bog is the fastest way. I think going up to Giant's Hoof and out the Redeemed is fastest. If we want, we could race this.
Get to the mission marker?
Um, no, if you look due east from where we are and a little bit south, you'll notice the Temple Bog unredeemed exit by the unredeemed temple.
Okay.
I said that because the unredeemed statue is literally like a hop, skip, and a 20 paces from Vanward 4, which is where you have to go. Now, Rand is probably right in the fact that Giant's Hoof is closer.
Actually, the court is closer.
He's got a point there. The court is actually closer than Giant's Hoof.
The court is way closer and would cancel out any other travel as a moot point.
I always found Giant Hoof to be closer because the court is, you have to go all the way to the bottom of the map to get to the court.
You jump over
you
the
have to
hill.
Go down, you can't jump
You
fast.
can't. It's a invisible wall.
Was it?
The Redeemed put a force field there.
Oh, god damn it, that's right. That's stupid.
That's why
field.
I go to Giant's Hoof.
So, following Ran.
You there.
You keep looking at the map and forgetting that whole fence is an invisible force field.
Yeah, you can't actually jump through it or anything.
It's actually almost closer to go to the Highlands than it is to go to the court.
Trying to follow Ran. Hopefully not falling and dying.
I'm just going.
Still no repops down here that I can see.
Running through the
got my
grass.
keys.
The wavy, wavy grass.
Aaron's on the new engine.
I'm still playing on the old.
Yeah, I'm playing on the Steam version now,
Which is the old.
which is the old with bits added.
So
I've noticed that there are slight differences.
I have no idea
with
where
the
Ran went.
Secret World, with the Secret World relaunch, are they doing anything with the engine?
They're replacing it, as far as I'm aware.
I'm
Here's
lost.
actually what I'm.
Hold on,
There you
Ed.
go.
Aaron, there she's found me. Never mind. Go on, Ed.
Okay, so here's actually what I'm hoping. This ties back to something Aaron asked me earlier. I'm hoping that if this engine works good for the Secret World, they can convert it and use it for the AO new engine.
Except for one problem.
What
Did
is
you
that
hear
problem?
what they're doing with the Secret World?
No.
They are basically killing their old engine, halting development, restarting everything, so everybody has to restart from the beginning, and killing off any characters that have not been in use over the last 6 months.
Hey, Shiriath is getting deleted. Awesome.
No, that's Secret World. Or wait, did you have Shiri on Secret World?
I did have a Shiriath in Secret World. That was
Yep.
my original character.
Yep, I
I spent
know.
money to make her look like she does in this game.
So basically what they're thinking of doing, or what we think that they are thinking of doing, is they're going to be making it into a lobby third-person shooter.
Yeah,
Lobby-based. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be... I'm hoping that it winds up being like Guild Wars 1, where like the main towns and stuff are where you see other players, and then as soon as you venture out into the open world, it's kind of your own instance, you and your team's own instance.
Okay, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a lot less sharing things with people that are just stealing your kills. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Alright.
and you'd feel more unique too, as supposedly a superhero person amongst normals.
All right, the crusty Eremites are finally repopping.
All right. Well, I'm
not gonna kill any of them until you guys finish your last quarry mission to Dr. Darnell.
Oh,
I'm
God,
on
we gotta
my
go.
way to the Halls of Shoal unredeemed.
Yeah, you gotta go to Vanward first.
So I'm just south of the mission marker.
Okay, we're in Halls of Shoal.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're just crossing. We're just getting to the bridge.
So
Far
remember
across
this
it,
Judo.
unredeemed.
We'll come back to him later. Because this guy's a jerk.
Which guy?
Bandward 4.
Oh.
The nano should be the trigger, not the friggin' ring of computation.
Which way
No.
was faster?
I don't know. I had to stop for Aaron, who got lost. I had to stop for Captain Slow.
Well, I'm
You
sorry.
stopped for like
Someone
a
put a
grand total
speed
of
buff
10
on me.
seconds for her to find you.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
I could have brought the shade. Because I'm sorry, grid pace is not strong. It's not high enough level yet.
Do I need to do a Yudo voice now?
If you want.
Because those are a funky voice. That'll be interesting to try and copy.
Go ahead. Let's hear you try, Matt.
The Yudo in front of you turns towards you and greets you with a slow nod. His voice gentle and wise. You find yourself wondering how old this particular one is. Actually, he's different than the usual Yudos then. Because usually they're really high-pitched. And kind of nasally sounding.
Well, if you notice, he still makes those sounds.
I don't hear the Yudos at all. I don't know how
I actually
to...
haven't heard this one make any sounds yet, so I don't
He
know
just did.
about the usual ones.
He just did.
There
and
he
we
goes.
talked through it.
Hello, young one. You have arrived at last.
Emperor Palpatine, is that you?
No, that's deeper.
Sorry, continue.
It's Emperor
was too
Palpatine
good.
of Munchkin Land.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
Sorry, not sorry.
Will you please have a look at this urn and tell me what it is? Let me have a look at this urn then, child.
Alright. Learn set.
Yes, it is a beautiful urn. The Zan were very artistic, weren't they? But it's broken, and should one try to store anything in it, would most likely leak out. Let me see if I can repair it for you. Yudo takes out a tube of what seems to be some kind of glue, and smears the viscous blue substance on the urn to fill in the cracks. And mere seconds later, it is as if the urn had never been broken. You think that maybe there might be some special nanobots working in the molecular level, bonding the damaged parts to the urn. There you are, as good as new. But do you know anything about this? How the Zan used this urn? He's more of a cross between a Munchkin and Obi-Wan in my head here right now.
Okay, can you do Munchkin Alec Guinness?
Use the Force, Luke. Trust your
And I
feelings.
can hear it from England now. I can hear the spinning.
As a matter of fact, I think the casket just surfaced. It's spinning so hard. Of course, this is. I cannot tell you. Do not worry, child. In time, you, as well as others of your kind, will know more about the Zan. Goodbye.
Funny that came up. Because Aaron and I, while we were at the garage, was watching Father Brown, which was an old black and white Alec Guinness movie.
Yeah, and you didn't know it was Alec Guinness either. You were like, that
Not
can't be
at
Alec
first.
Guinness.
I thought the movie was too early for Alec Guinness's career because I thought it was like beginning of sound, and no, it was the end of the black and white era. So
Yeah, beginning.
So it was like the 50s, 60s.
no, it was the late 40s. I could tell by the cars. When we first started watching the movie, we didn't see cars because they were inside looking in a bookstore.
It could be that the cars were from the 40s because the story took place in the 40s.
Mm-hmm. It'd be easy to get because they're only like 5-10 years old.
Yeah.
So we have a choice here. We have to go back to Darnell. We can either garden it or we can hoof it. Then, to be honest, it's not that much farther to hoof it.
Where are we going?
Darnell?
Yeah, Darnell.
Unredeemed guarded it. Halls of Shoals to the Twilight Basin, then take the route I showed you.
Yeah, we're already past that.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, did everyone just run off without me?
Yeah.
If you look at the Halls of Shoal exit, there's another passageway just south of there, and that's a ground bridge that leads to where we were before.
You mean south that goes east or south that goes west?
South that goes west.
Okay, so you guys went that way.
There we go. It's very
'Cause,
dark.
yeah,
in
I
here.
was thinking of going east, but I'm like, wait, that doesn't seem like it really connects to anything.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so anyway, Ed, speaking of Secret World, once again, is they're going to keep the classic game.
But they're not going to do any further development on it. They're going to basically maintenance it.
Okay.
Until they retire it. What is that? Firekeeper Argoth.
That's something we're going to have to deal with a lot later. Like, at the end of the Udos.
That's orange.
That's
He's
the
orange.
final boss of Shoal.
And by the time we're there, I will have caught up with Crosea. And I will be in the super twink that Krister talked me into.
Alright,
So
where'd you
instead of
go,
going
Randy?
there,
Oh,
there's another stairwell that goes
it
slightly
just
north.
crashed again. I was trying to get information on the monster, and all of a sudden it's like, can't get information. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Krister talked me into trying to put on a 225 OFAB Wolf.
I'm not sure.
And-
What's going on with the game today?
And that's going to be one fun of a twink.
Oh,
Jeez. Rand, do you want to come back here and kind of help
I'm
out?
trying! Just give me a moment!
Jeez, that was loud.
Sorry, I was trying to stand up because my leg fell asleep on me.
I know that
Yeah.
feeling.
Badly
Yep.
fell asleep on me.
It
Oh,
happens
for
almost
crying
every
out
day.
loud. Close program. Now AO, I've restarted AO and AO just crashed again. What the hell?
I think this might be a sign to just end it here for tonight.
Differences. I'm gonna do something really quick.
I think it might be. Heck, I just crashed again.
Yeah, because I just saw that you left the private channel.
Okay, so where were you guys?
Downloading dimension
We're over by
information.
Firekeeper Argoth. Not next to him, but just,
Oh, there you
Like
are.
a safe distance away from him, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
as I was
you
turning back
overshot.
towards Aaron crashed.
I have no idea where you want us to go. But this is where Matt crashed, so is this a safe place to log out at?
Well, if Argoth won't turn hostile until you give him a certain item you get during the quest chain.
Okay.
Okay, I'm finally logging back in again.
Or if someone died trying to fight him.
Well, he's apparently not hostile right now because he hasn't tried to kill both of you.
Alright, there's Matt. But I'd say go ahead and call it quits here because it's already 11:30.
Hold on. Back off.
Okay.
If we're really close to finishing something, we might as well finish it first.
No,
No.
just getting you to a garden. Because you go down here. That was the stairwell you guys missed because you were busy oohing and eyeing at the monster.
Well,
Understandably,
yeah. We've
but,
never been
yeah.
through here before. You gotta understand that.
We were through here once before.
I don't know.
Not anywhere near any of that, and I don't remember any of these.
That's a lot of, wow, look at that.
That's a lot of shadow leads, yeah.
There's baby Shadowleets, Matt. Look at the babies. They're so cute. They're like tiny
I
little
can't
baby
come up here.
Shadowleets.
I'm getting egged by a toxic shadow, and the Haxer and Roxer will egg if you're in combat.
Okay.
So we are back here at Cooching Light, so we can go into the garden.
Oh, here come all the shadows.
Fucking shadows. Fuck off.
It's just like the subway. They promised I could have it my way. They lied. There we go. Alrighty.
So we've made it back to the garden, and with it, Matt and Ed both crashing repeatedly, probably best to call it a night. Aaron
Yes.
has to
That's
get
the
up
more
early.
important one.
Yeah.
Aaron has to get up early tomorrow anyway.
Mm-hmm. I've got
Yeah,
Bible
but-
study. Yay.
If it's gonna keep repeating that, we might as well call it. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep doing this, and we're already past our time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We have basically one thing to farm up and a bunch of little FedEx quests to do.
Which is annoying and will take forever anyways. So.
No, not really.
Not really.
Basically, we return this urn to Darnell. Darnell sends us to Hestia. Hestia sends us to Jones. Jones needs the nucleus. You give Jones the nucleus. He sends us to Frank Jobin in the plunge, and he wants those stuff that we farmed up from the shades. And then he gives us the ring that ends the quest. So we're almost there.
Okay.
That still sounds like forever. Anyway.
Alright.
It's a lot of running. Run speed buffs would be nice.
Yeah.
Alright,
Please,
everybody.
Next time, log my shade in before you do this. I won't be leaving my character in all the time.
Okay, you've reached the length you wanted for stuff.
Oh no, the whole reason I was logged in was because the Crosea switch. I don't need to stay logged in all the time anymore.
Oh, I thought you were also trying to do with Rio Wall.
Hey, it's Lucifer. Hello.
I've decided against that.
Okay. Oh, were you gonna join Krister's guild and then?
Not with Ryual.
Okay.
Ryual was gonna go back to neutral.
Ah. And you've decided not to. Okay.
I've decided not to. Because I don't feel like leaving my account logged in like that again.
Well, welcome back to new IR.
Where are my cookies?
Really? Do I have to go back to the new player experience to get you some damn cookies?
Hey, CGS had Rice Krispie treats. That's all I'm saying.
Turning Ran into a sugar cookie getter.
No. We're a Wisconsin-based guild. We have beer and cheese.
Okay, that works too.
You take your beer,
Lucifer.
where's my cheese? I have a Dork County wine.
Yeah, welcome to new IR. Here's a 6-pack of Spotted Cow and some 5-year checks.
All right, perfect.
Sweet.
And Lucifer is going to be very happy in 9 levels.
Oh.
Well, in 9 levels he gets his first Shadowland pet.
Ooh.
Mm.
Because for Metaphysics it's 150, 175, and then there's 2 at 201. Levatine being the strongest pet I will cast for the next 18 levels.
Anywho.
Alright, so we should probably hang it up for tonight. This has been Aaron Romeo Moon Burke on with Mad Matt Winchell streaming in tandem. Sorry, I'm so tired I'm slurring my speech.
And my game is crashing. Please don't crash.
And Randy apparently logged out already.
Sorry, I did it by instinct.
and Ed has also joined us, albeit late in the stream.
Hey,
And also
at least
Lucifer.
at least I showed up for a change.
Yeah. Well, we were streaming on a night you were here, and albeit, most of us that was here only had about half an hour warning, so.
Oh, hey, anyone else want to respond?
Oh,
Chat?
yeah, Clan OOC. I think the servers just are having some bugs.
Ooh, that's not good.
It happens on occasion. It might also be that there's like a couple of net splits going on in the internet that's causing issues, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's nothing too bad.
Either that, or they'll take it down, do a maintenance, which just involves turning everything off, turning everything back on, and that'll be that.